Hello, welcome back to Battle Brothers. I'm Jade Star.
And I'm Olish.
And we're down here making our way to Kornstadt, and we just saw some brigands in their natural habitat, Wanderer's Boon.
Oh, this will be easy. It's just 6 of them. And it's in a forest.
I should stop letting you proofread these posts before getting to the videos.
But if you did, everybody would see your spelling mistakes.
Well, no, I just make you do commentary on the videos before I write it up.
Yes.
But also, yes, always proofreads all of my posts and probably gets rid of a lot of spelling and grammar errors. Again, this is just, I don't know, attacks of opportunity. Just 6 brigands on the way down to the city. I figured, you know, EXP/loot. Just make a little bit of money off of this. And, let's see, a kite shield, a warbrand, maybe a suit of chainmail. We might get some equipment worth using from this.
Warbrand would be nice.
We got one for Travelog already. Mojangles is eventually going to get a 2-hander. And since Travelog is going swords, I wanted to diversify and either get like a great axe or maybe like one of the sledgehammer mauls.
Yeah, there's Gogskull with 3-star archer with fucking dastard.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad that was going to suck when I hired him at first, and I think there's the realization.
It's very obvious. Oh, you've got your sergeant.
Oh, yeah. I think I wrote
Fix
about
that,
it. Yeah, I think that's what I wrote in the post, is that just I can spend the first turn having Archaro just rally him.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee that he'll be able to be rallied before you have to take your first shot.
Yeah, so if the first shot comes out 10% less effective, oh well.
He's still a 3-star archer.
Right. He's no Francomatic, though. Just scoring headshots everywhere. I think that's our first rally use? Yeah. Right, because I just got him this skill after the last fight. And nothing.
Rip.
God damn it.
Well, it's not a guarantee.
It is not. But it's a resolve check with like plus 34 from Archaro, and it still failed. Really annoyed me.
Does that mean it's harder the lower the resolve is? Like, recovering resolve gets harder the lower it is?
Yes. If I'm understanding the question right, yes. Having a higher resolve score makes passing morale checks in a positive way easier.
So the worse his resolve is, the harder it is to raise it back up.
Yes. And Archaro, with the banner and everything, can, I don't know, lack of a better term, export some of his resolve to nearby Battle Brothers. So 10% of Archaro's resolve gets given as a bonus to anybody within 4 tiles of the banner.
Right. That's a small boost, but it is a boost.
Well, currently that's something like 8 resolve bonus, and when default hires come with between like 20 and 40 resolve, it's actually a pretty significant amount.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that their starting resolve was a little bit higher.
No, 40 is like the high end of starting resolve. Typically I see about 35, 25 on either shitty backgrounds or cowards.
That's pretty substantial then.
Yeah. And then that the Rally the Troops skill continues to use Archaro's resolve for the check rather than the actual brothers. Adding like plus 34 to it is huge. So that's like, you know, double.
Right.
Forest
It's nice
maps.
that the 2-handed axe guy is being directed around.
Yeah, I was about to mention that, you know, the whole thing with the forest fights is that I may outnumber them 2-1. I'm not really going to get to leverage those numbers. There's this choke point that they've met us at, where just trees and rocks and stuff, and it's not a lot of room to maneuver. And fucking Gag Skull taking a bolt to the head. Look at that guy, way back there. Gag Skull's protected by 2 people in front of him. Fucking headshot. What an asshole.
No. Rip Gag Skull.
Yeah. Rip Gag Skull. All 3 of those were fired at considerable distances and through the obstruction of other soldiers in front of him. Right, I forgot new hire doesn't have quick hands yet. Well, I mean, at least it wasn't one of the other archers.
Right. I mean, he was incredibly promising, but, you know, that minus 10% range defense.
Yeah.
For the ass.
So, yeah, Dastard is just terrible. I didn't realize how terrible it was going to be. As I mouse over there a little bit, you can see the giant swing in effectiveness. Like, Leaf with Confident has a 10% bonus to everything from being confident, whereas Gag Skull had like a 10% malice to everything from being Dastard. That's a pretty huge shift.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's not still in the game, and I'm pretty sure that we actually brought this up before, but in terms of morale issues, I remember one of the things is that with the correct combination of perks, make sure that everybody in your warband started confident and double the bonuses.
Yeah, that was horrendously overpowered and died in a pre 1.0. That's been replaced more by the morale system. So the skill holdout now just means you ignore serious injuries until the end of the fight. It used to mean you halved the negative morale penalties and doubled the positive morale bonus, and there was a leadership skill that, how did it work? It just made everybody start the fight confident. It was a really deep nested tree when the skill tree was different, so I just spent a lot of skill points to get there, but after like 7 skill points or so, you made everybody in the band start at confident morale. And then you gave everybody holdout so that they all doubled the bonuses. That was unintended by the devs, but it was a pretty dominant build because of the huge advantages it gave.
I mean, just 10% to everybody's stats.
Yeah.
Across the board is huge.
That has mostly been replaced by the way they now have the new morale system and the fact that you can improve or worsen morale outside of combat. Now with the whole mood outside of combat, you can just improve their mood to the point where that they start combat confident on their own because, you know, things have been going well.
Well, you really have much control of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Winning fights, visiting new locations, buying them rounds in the tavern, not having people die, not losing fights.
Buying the rounds in the tavern was the type of thing that I was thinking about. Because winning or losing fights is just going to happen.
Right. How many active things do you have to control morale with? Not a whole lot. Like, buying rounds in the tavern is the simple, easiest, and most direct way to do it.
I was thinking something more on the lines of like on Mountain Blade, you can diversify your food to improve morale.
Right, I was going to say that. It's much less active or common in this, but I have definitely seen just the little roadside events that pop up where your men are like, hey man, we've got like 5 or 6 different types of food and we're eating well, and that boosts morale. I've even gotten a warning once or twice where like my guys were bored of constantly eating the same thing because it was early game and everybody was just eating like the sacks of grain because they're the cheapest thing.
We're sick of strange meat.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's nothing attached to the strange meat.
Find out that all your battle brothers are now man-hunters.
More like man-eaters. I mean, really, what do you think those orcs are eating in that strange meat?
Cheap pigs.
Oh no. Maybe they just slaughtered a herd of migrating capybaras. Well, rip Gag Skull, we We knew ye for a short period of time.
We gotta have some turnover in this LP.
I mean, yeah, we've had some, right? No, who was that other guy that died a while ago? Rip guy who died.
Rip guy who died. Hey, some more armor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the Worm Mail was what Gagskull was wearing, but whatever. So
Yay, more armor.
Yeah, that could have gone better, but yeah, we only lost Gagskull, and he was dastard and gluttonous, and you know what? Whatever.
Now I feel like kind of an asshole in the previous video saying like, yeah, should totally just be able to auto-resolve. Nothing could go wrong.
Oh, you knew what was happening. You knew what you were foreshadowing.
Totally didn't. I'd completely forgotten.
Oh, bullshit. Well, coming up next...
That was a pretty good episode.
Yeah. Coming up next, we got another bandit group that was in Wanderer's Boon that I decided to tackle anyway.
I'm sure nothing will happen this time.
Right, yeah, no, everything will be fine the second time around. We'll get it down the second time. It'll be fine. We'll see you then.
It'll be fine.